Well, coming back to our top story, the Chinese economy grew at a faster than expected rate during the first quarter of this year. Stocks in Shanghai closed on a 13-month high, but some analysts doubt that official figures from Beijing can be fully trusted. So let's bring our correspondent Song Han-su from Taipei, who's there now. So can we trust these figures?
Well, many analysts would say overall we cannot trust China's GDP figures because the government tend to inflate its GDP growth. And according to a US State Department memo released by WikiLeaks, the current Chinese premier Li Keqiang told a US ambassador in 2007, when the premier was then a local official, that the GDP figures were not reliable, and he himself looked at other indicators like the railway cargo volume, electricity consumption, and the loans disbursed by banks as better economic indicators. So I guess the answer is pretty obvious.
Is this something that is actually being discussed in China, whether these figures can be trusted and are indeed precise?
Well, I would say people want to discuss it, but it's very difficult because it's a very sensitive issue in China. Let me give you one example. The chief economist of China's Agricultural Bank said in a speech that the actual GDP growth number in China in 2018 was only 1.67 or even negative, which is very different from the government officials' figure. The video of that particular talk was immediately censored over the Chinese internet. So people in China, they can't really doubt the government officials' figures and talk about the truth of it.
Song, very briefly, 0.1% stronger growth than expected. How significant is that? Briefly, please.
Well, I think the figure shows that Chinese economy is holding up okay, and China is trying really hard to smooth the downward transition from its high-speed economic growth model to a sustainable one. And I think that's a very important message that we have to focus on.
Song Han-su, our correspondent in Taipei, thank you very much.